The soul is of higher self, the subconscious mind of order. It's the inner voice. However, to obtain this subconscious, this higher self of awareness, there is a alignment that we first must identify with, and this comes from our mind and also our bodies, which would give rise in relation to our souls or spirits, which is the energy that it projects. So each complements the other, and neither cannot function without the other. All three are necessary for balance and the order in which we would want to obtain. So our souls is what regulates the feelings and emotions that tends to come from our disorders, and it find its way to work itself out and make it whole. It makes it orderly. But it's never stopping the flow that comes with our mental, because our mental capacity, it still runs that conveyor belt, and it continues to do so until we pick from our thoughts to allow our actions to give birth and rise to what our souls become, what it desires. So our higher selves is very important key to being sure that it's not captured by ego. And our ego is that which we decide that we have become. It's like flowing water. We put our hand in front of it, and it's not the water that flows, it's the hand that actually determines how it flows. That's ego. And so our souls is what provide grounding to why we exist. It is the answer amongst all answers. It what allows us to know what life is. Why are we here? Where did we come from? What is history? What is family? What is and why and where? And so many questions are intertwined into the obvious of knowing this mind and understanding our body to grab hold and make reverence our souls. So we thrive in knowing the mind with a purpose. And by that application, it's our body, which becomes on purpose. And on purpose is what allows our souls, which is our driver through our life's challenges. You see, our purpose is to establish awareness from our purpose and also identify our primordial energies that we often regulate, not control. See, it's obvious that we sometimes think we have control, but how can you have control over what is only just experience in itself? So even in control, there's just the experience. So suppressing what's natural can have effects on the purpose. And this is the outcome to how we experience our higher selves. Every conscious human should become aware of their polar energies, or what we would call in metaphysics are polarities. For example, there is positive and negative. Then in Eastern philosophy, you have your yin and yang, and genetically there is male and female, and etc., etc. These are examples of our inner gravity, our energy. It's the internal, it's it's internally balancing ourselves. So this energy is always regulated according to our pendulum and how it swings from left to right. Depending on how hard and how far our passions pushes us to experience more, we would understand exactly why that pendulum swings. Forever what's hot can become cold, forever what's cold can become hot. So the more we lean in one direction, the less observant and aware become in the other. And also the other applies to the same. So there's only balance, harmony, alignment, sacred geometry, that which is creating the universe that is, I am. The voice made manifest the words from this I. So fundamentally, we have to experience chaos in order to know and understand our balance within us and around us. So where there is order, therein lies disorder. To learn to master that which resides in all of us is also to observe by regulation the flow of its energies. So the balance can be accomplished when we realize that there's no disorder, but it's just our desire to force order. And it's only just creating the disorder that it comes from. So we can only feel and realize and identify and learn patience from this flow of our many mood phases of this life and its polarities. So this is a challenge to each one of us to continue to be on purpose with harmony of our minds, aligned with our bodies, through guidance and wisdom from our soul.